Every child in America dreams of becoming someone famous or just doing something special that sets you apart from the rest of the world. It is impossible not to dream. Every time we go to sleep at night or just daydream in class, we're into another world where no goal or achievement is impossible. Most of us wake up, but a select few dream on until one day they realize that that dream has come true. 15 people share the same dream, with each person striving to make that dream come true, but knowing that with one mishap or twist of fate, you can be rudely awakened, never to dream that dream again. But with determination and hard work, we can dream on until truly we become one of the select few on this earth. We have the chance of a lifetime, and I believe that we can do it, not by might or by power, but by faith. And I do believe.
Vision for Monday, November 4th, 2024. I'm Zaya, and today's top story highlights the basketball team as they kick out the season tomorrow night.
All right, we are down here in the gymnasium. We have basketball season. It is going to start tomorrow. We have a home game tomorrow night against Center Hill. And we are terribly excited. It's always crazy. This is actually a busy week, Coach. We have you're going to have to talk closer to the mic. We actually have basketball tomorrow night. We have football Thursday night. Correct. And then we have soccer on Friday night. So it's a slammed week for athletics here.
Hey, that's like when the two oceans meet. It's supposed to be some kind of a ripple effect. We got three of them meeting.
Right.
We got three of them meeting. Yeah, football. I'm so excited with football, man. Oh, my goodness. Coach Hector, he's come in. He's done a phenomenal job. The kids are responding. But, I'm on deck.
Absolutely.
I'm on deck.
It's exciting, and there's lots, and that's exciting for you too, students, because that means there's lots of options for you for entertainment. We love athletic events. We love coming and supporting the Eagles, and I know very many of you enjoy the basketball team and coming into the gym on those Tuesday, Thursday, Friday night, Saturday nights. It's all over.
Pretty much every day.
We have a slammed schedule, and some of these games are girls only, some of these are boys only, and then quite a few of them are going to be both varsity girls and boys.
Little JV, can't forget my JV, girls
right.
JV as well.
Right, so you definitely want to find one of the posters in the building and snap a picture because the schedule is so large, it'll be hard for you to keep up. Obviously, Keegan will put a lot of the games at the end of the show for you to keep as well. So So incredible schedule. What are some of the games we've got coming up in November that you're looking forward to?
Obviously Center Hill. That's the kickoff. You know, it's gonna be a blackout, so we're gonna definitely encourage you guys to wear black. You know, come out. We're just coming off Halloween, so we may have a little treat for you guys if you come in with your black on. I think I'm gonna have the players come in with a little treat. It's gonna be a lot of excitement. We got some new things going on, so definitely excited about those. Need y'all to come in and see and be a part of it. All right, we got our student sections, the no-fly zone. All right, I want y'all to come in and just feel and act the way you want to feel and act, all right, within reason, all right, within reason. We don't want to get out of control, but we want to get close. We want to teeter the line. We want to teeter.
Right, and there's some other exciting games. I don't want to ruin it and get too far ahead of ourselves, but we've got Rosa Fort coming up, and that's going to be at Tunica, at Rosa Fort. That's going to be a hyped game. We've also got your old stomping ground, Gentry, which will be coming here to Horn Lake to play a fantastic basketball team, and then Olive Branch. And we also play Lake Cormorant at Lake Cormorant. All of these games in November. It's a stacked schedule. Basketball is here, and we are so excited. Now, you mentioned new things, and Keegan's going to roll the camera over here. Show everybody and tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here at our new table.
Well, we have a new scores table, and administration, along with myself, we were excited about the opportunity to potentially get this. The scores table we had was kind of, it was on this last wheel, not last leg, it was on the last wheel. So we wanted to come in and try to do something different, something that, will help promote what Horn Lake is. We're moving towards excellence. We're right there at it, but we're really trying to move into the zone of excellence. As you see, football, we got new turf, we got some more things coming on next year. Basketball, we got new scores table, we got some other things you guys will see once you get to the game. So we excited about this thing. We'll be able to advertise. We'll be able to showcase our players. You guys will see upcoming events as far as like with next home games, next road games. We have, again, sponsors. If you got any parents that want to be sponsors, tell them to contact Coach Potts. We got some beautiful place for it. But definitely, I think this is going to be a really, really good thing. And we're going to continue adding on. We're going to continue adding on to the excellence that we've already created. So I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
Absolutely. You've already been talking about ideas for this year and next year. So we're already making plans for next year as well.
We need our students to show up. I'm telling you, more than anything, we have Meet the Eagles for a block. So we got Meet the Eagles in just a couple of hours. So we're going to come in and, you get this opportunity to meet your Horn Lake boys, girls basketball team, boys and girls soccer team, the bowling team. You got fall sports. So come on out and see who, see who's going to be doing this and that, represent Horn Lake High School.
Now, you've got a student who's actually been creating all of this amazing content for the scoring table. Tell us about them.
I got to take all the credit for it. This is all mine. This is all I'm doing. I did all of that. I did all of it. No, but really, I've approached a young man. I know he's going to be my manager already. Great young man. And I just approached him and asked him if this would be a task that he wanted to take on. And when I say he didn't necessarily just take the task, he flew with the task.
Absolutely.
He took it and he flew with it. A lot of what you see is going to be his production, his ideas. I obviously I had to, give him the thumbs up, say, yeah, let's do it. But, man, I'm so excited. He's a freshman, so we got him for 4 years with his baby. And this table is going to be his baby for 4 years. His name is Torian Gammon. He has some assistants he had Jaden Lyon. He's going to be assisting. He has another couple that, help him out as well. But I'm excited about it. He's doing a fantastic job.
Absolutely. And y'all going to, obviously, we still got the great music. We've got the subwoofer that'll be in here. Coach will be bumping some good music during the game. We're going to have some sound effects. The team's going to come out in a new way, which is going to be exciting. It's going to be
y'all got to get here to see it.
Incredible time tomorrow night. So, again, Meet the Eagles is going to be this afternoon, 4th block. And then tomorrow night is going to be the big game, Center Hill. Game times will be 5, 6, and 7:30, and it's going to be blackout. So wear black.
Wear black. Wear as much black as you can. All right. Hey, we're coming off of Halloween. If you got your scary masks, bring those scary masks and just load that student section up with scary faces and all that. Jason, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers,
right.
All of them. Let's bring them. Bring it on.
We want to intimidate Center Hill when they come in here. So,
exactly. We want to be scared.
We want a hype crowd. All of y'all, get out here tonight, make plans, tell your parents right now you've got to be at school tomorrow night for the opening game for basketball season 2024-25. We want to see each and every one of you here.
And just one last little thing. If you got a song, if you're going to be a fan, you got a song that you want to hear at the game, come see me. We'll get that song. We'll make sure it's edited so there's no profanity. And we'll make sure we air your song. All right? Fan inclusion. Let's get it. Let's go, Eagles.
Welcome to another Choose a Career segment. Today, we're going to talk about fiber optics. We live in a quickly changing world. Internet access and information, period, is obviously very important. And so these guys are with a company that deals with fiber optics. And tell us your company.
KG Fiber Optics and Elite Technologies.
Okay, tell us a little bit about the fiber optic career or the fiber optic industry.
It's a good question. To this day and age, like you said, the world needs fiber optics more and more every day. Basically, all fiber optics is a little glass that transmits light at a very fast rate. Bandwidth, you get IP telephones voice over telephones. It powers everyday structure. Your cell phones are actually run off fiber optic cables off of the AT&T cell sites or Verizon. All of those are powered by the backbone of fiber optic cable.
Give us an example or an illustration. How big would a copper cable have been to carry what you can carry through a small, tiny fiber optic cable? Can you show us, how big would that cable have to have?
Yes. Back in the day, like the early 70s and 80s, the fiber optic cable would have had to be about that big around to carry as much data that is transmitted in a fiber optic cable about that size nowadays.
So, obviously, much better, can go farther distances, can go faster, and is more reliable.
That is correct, sir.
All right, now, laying this stuff, tell us about that and the process.
Well, 95% of the fiber optics that we do is aerial. So what we've been contracted to do with various co-ops and electrical companies are we attach it to a pole. So you ride down the road and you see the power lines on the side of the road, and if you'll look up right below it, 9 times out of 10 you'll see a black cable that's got strand and lash on it or whatever. Those are your communication cables. So from the ground up to 28 feet is comm space, and then from 28 feet all the way to the top of the pole, which would be about 35 to 40 foot, that is your power space. It is a big difference. We come from a power line background. Is how we started this fiber optic company. So I have linemen that do this on a daily basis that work in the power space. But 99% of the fiber that we do is definitely aerial. We have some that dips down in the underground where power doesn't run, but it's the same principle. It goes from one end to the other and transmits light.
Now, obviously, if you're running it on poles above the ground, you can get it installed way quicker. What are the pros and cons of doing it underground?
The pros to putting everything underground is storm damage. So just like here coming up, we've actually got a tropical disturbance that's predicted to be a Hurricane 2 that's coming in on to the Louisiana side, hopefully tomorrow or the next day. Usually a lot of contractors want to take it underground, but it's more costly. That's the con of it. Just by the foot to run an underground section, you're going to pay anywhere from $13 to $14 a foot to do the underground section. As to where if we run it aerial, you're looking at about $1.25 to run it overhead.
So much, much, much cheaper. Mm-hmm. Now, repairing fiber optic. Whenever a fiber optic cable gets severed and we all lose internet for a half a day, what is the process for getting that put back together? Because it's bound to be tedious.
Yes. Usually what they'll do is they'll send an assessor out to affect the damage to see exactly where it's cut at. And then what we usually try to do is put storage loops so many distance apart. So that way if damage does happen and the line is cut severed, we can slide that slack back to that point. And then what's called a fusion splicer and splices the fiber back together. On a fusion splicer, it is a machine probably about this big and this tall. It takes the glass, which that's what fiber optics is. It's just glass on the inside. It'll line it up with a bunch of cameras, and then once it gets to a certain point that it likes the core, will heat up like an arc and push the fiber together. And then that way it lines the cores of the fiber up so the light can pass directly straight through it.
That's awesome. Now, do y'all have technology? I'm assuming you do. If you don't know where a cable has been cut, where you can send signals down the cable to figure out where that location is?
Yes, sir. We use a meter. It's called an OTDR meter. What it does is we'll plug into the fiber on one end and we'll shoot light, and it counts the nanoseconds that light goes to the end and bounces back, refracts back towards the computer, and it counts how much footage that is that sees that light. And then it'll tell us, hey, I've got a 20,000 foot run. My break is at 9,875 feet. And then usually what I do is I get on Google Maps and I'll put where I'm at, and then I'll trace 9,000 feet and kind of give me a ballpark idea.
So you can probably pinpoint it within a few feet.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
All right, if anyone is interested in this as a career, what are some of the job opportunities? What all do y'all do?
Oh, wow. We do it all. We have fiber optic technicians that go and actually install the fiber in the air. We've got splicers, which is a very tedious trade. We usually require about a year apprenticeship on that. That is the most important job to me, I believe, is the splicing part of it. We have underground crews, we have aerial crews, we have fiber to home installers, which my coworker here, Luke, would tell you about here in just a second. That also deals with running the drop from the main line can to the house, and then that's what you see installed into your house that communicates with the rest of the fiber network.
Okay, tell us a little bit about the side of what you deal with.
So on the fiber to home side, we basically do everything from the pole, where you have your main line, everything run, then you have what you call a knife or a splice point. We run that drop, which is, how big is the drop? It's
Maybe
real
a
little.
quarter of an inch.
Yeah, real little. And we run it from the pole, which is, it can be from 500 feet to 4,000 feet to the house, depending on how rural, the house is. You'll put a box on the side of the house, do a splice, and then a home installer will come out from there. The home installer comes out, he takes a wire out of that box, takes it inside, hooks the equipment up, teaches the customer how to use Wi-Fi, internet.
Okay. So again, lots of different jobs if they're interested in this as a career.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, and fiber's not going anywhere anytime soon. I believe during the COVID and all the push to get these rural areas, communication and fiber, a lot of towns in Mississippi did not have internet access. They didn't even have capabilities like that. I know AT&T offered like some broadband or some DSL, but nowadays with the co-ops and the grants that they've got from Mississippi and from some of the federal government, a lot of these co-ops are jumping on board this fiber optics. It's been a big boom in the past 6 years that a lot of fiber has went in the air. And these co-ops are going to need technicians. They're going to need trained people that can go out and splice this fiber, troubleshooters, aerial crews that know what they're doing to install this fiber. It's a job that will be here just like power.
Right. No computer's ever going to replace this part of it.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm assuming what type of education is required? Any type of education past high school?
No, not really. That's the beauty of it. It's I went to college and I've got an engineering degree in electrical, but a lot of my coworkers that I work with and some business partners have got a high school diploma, and it's just something that they went and they trained and got an apprenticeship under a older gentleman that's been in the trade for many years and started out and making really good money.
I was just going to ask about apprenticeship. So y'all will take an applicant or somebody who you have chosen to hire, and you will train them to do what they need to do for you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's one of our programs that we have now on our elite technology side, doing the home installs and drops, is we hire these guys on at an hourly rate to do an apprenticeship program, and when we feel like they mastered enough to be turned loose on their own, then we'll give them a truck and give them a route and let them take off and make as much money as they want to make.
This week's feature vocabulary words are adhere, aloof, and ambiguous. Adhere. Stick completely to a surface or substance. Believe in and follow the practices of. Aloof. Not friendly or forthcoming. Cool and distant. Ambiguous. open to more than one interpretation, having a double meaning.
The Mayor's Youth Council is holding a book drive. You can drop off new and gently used books in Miss Fullerton's room, D8, between now and November 22nd. Knowledge Bowl meets every Wednesday in D8 from 3 to 4 p.m. All are welcome to join. That's it for today's episode. Here at Horn Lake, we are better students, always growing and expecting more. Stay tuned for your lunch menus and athletic schedules. We'll see you here tomorrow. Have a fantastic day.
It's fine. It's too late now. It's too late now.
Oh, I didn't already.